Hi and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So in today's video guys, I decided to share with you how to keep positive on days when you're feeling low or days when you're feeling unmotivated. So all the tips that I'll be sharing with you are things that I have practiced personally or things that I have done and has helped me feel a lot better on days that I feel low. And this has been happening for me for quite a while, up days, down days, and each day is better than the former, which is something I'm very grateful for. So I think this video would help you a lot too if you've been feeling this way. So let's get into it. My first tip for feeling positive or getting that positivity together when you're feeling low is to remember that it's only for a while. This is actually very important because most times when we feel bad, it just comes in feelings at that moment. And if you remember that, oh, I was feeling a lot happier in the morning, or I felt a lot happier earlier today, but now I just feel down, or something happens and you just feel down, reminding yourself that it's only for a while, it's just temporary, it's not going to take long, and you get over the feeling, is actually one way that has helped me stay positive. So when I just start to feel down, because I recognize the feelings, I just feel sad, I feel low, and then I tell myself, get yourself together, it's only for this moment, it's only for a while. And while it may seem like everything is not working out or everything just starts to feel gloomy, I had plans to do something and then say I woke up late, or I sent out some things and I haven't gotten any response, I'm waiting to get something, things that may be beyond my control just happen, and I start to feel really down. So when I just remind myself that, oh, it's temporary, you're feeling a lot better before, you'll feel a lot better soon, it actually really helps relieve the feelings. My second tip is usually thinking about the big picture. The big picture in the sense that what the major thing I'm trying to achieve, or like the purpose of my life. When I think of my life in this sense that I have a bigger purpose, I have a bigger goal to achieve, I have something that I'm working towards, and what's happening currently, it's like a little flaw in that big goal that I have, or in that big purpose of my life, I usually feel a lot better. And when you're thinking of the big picture, there's something that I read in Austin Kleon's Think Like an Artist. It says that when you're standing at the present, you can't look at the future and connect all the dots of all the things you've done in the past. But when you look at the past and all the little effort you've put together, all the things you've done, it makes sense, and the dots now begin to connect to how you got to where you are today. So most times people wonder, oh, how did I get here? How did I get to this? How did I get to this point of feeling this way, or this point in my life? When I look back and I connect dots, it makes a whole lot of sense. And thinking of the big picture in the sense that, what is my ultimate purpose? What exactly am I living for? What do I need to achieve in my life? Thinking of the big purpose usually helps me get over that feeling of being low, or brings back that positivity when I'm feeling really low. So thinking about the big picture is a very important tip that helps me. My third tip would be to remember my happier and more positive moments. Now when I look back at myself, look back at my life, and I think of the times when I felt a lot happier, or the times I was a lot positive, when I remember the feeling, there's something that happens. You think about certain emotions and you begin to feel those emotions. So in the same way, when I think of the positive things that had happened in my life previously, my happier moments, the little things that I had done that really brought me happiness, that really brought me joy, the small wins that I had, and when I think of all those moments where I felt really happy, I felt really good, fulfilled and happy with myself, it usually helps the current feeling I'm having. So thinking happy thoughts helps elevate your feeling. It helps reduce just that sadness you're feeling at that point in time, and it's something that helps me a lot. So whenever I'm feeling down, I just think of the moment when I did something, or when I got something right, and when things came out the way I wanted it to, where I saw a lot of positive results. When I think of those moments, it usually helps me a lot elevate those feelings of sadness, or those feelings of being down, or when there's just not motivation. So thinking of those moments actually brings back a lot of ginger to me. And now when it brings back this ginger of the positive vibes, we move on to my fourth tip, which usually helps me a lot too. Then my fourth tip is to intellectually very logical person, and I like to analyze things in my head. But I think even if you don't like to do a lot of analyzing in your head, this tip would also help you really well. So what happens is that I ask myself questions like, why am I feeling this way? Is it something I have control over? Is it something that I can change? Is there something I can do to improve the way I'm feeling? Is there something I can do better? Is there an action I can change? Is there someone I should talk to? Now when I intellectually analyze that sad feeling, it brings me results. So I ask myself, okay, why am I feeling this way? Am I feeling this way because I think I've been unproductive? Have I actually been unproductive? Is there something that I could be doing now? So I actually start to do those stuff. So if you're watching this video now and you want to practice this method I'm talking about, so you could just right now ask yourself, if you're feeling down, why am I feeling this way? Is it because there's something I need to do that I haven't done? Or am I feeling like time is wasting? What can I do to elevate this feeling? And sometimes for me, it's because I feel like I have not done some things I'm supposed to do, or I haven't caught up with the goals that I set in a day, or haven't caught up with the goals I set in a week or in a month, and I start to feel down. So I ask myself, okay, why am I feeling this way? What can I do to change the feeling? In order to change the feeling, do I need to start doing something right now? And if I need to do that, then I actually do start doing something at that point in time. So this tip actually really helps me a lot, thinking about intellectualizing the entire situation. Why am I feeling down? What can I do to elevate this feeling? What can I do to improve this feeling? And if it's something within my power, I would start doing it. And if it's something beyond my power, then I tell myself that I have control over the things that happen around me by the thoughts I think. When I think positive thoughts and I imagine positive instances and circumstances, I am bound to meet these instances in real life. So when it's beyond my control, I remind myself that I am a person, and that with the thoughts I think, that is the person I become. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So when I think positive thoughts, when I think positive situations, imagine positive circumstances and desires meeting me, that would then happen to me in real life. So the ones I have control over, I actually start working towards it. And the ones that I feel I may not have control over, I change my thoughts and think about it in that manner. And doing these things actually helps me elevate the feelings of sadness or feeling low, whichever one it is, and it brings a lot of positivity to me at that moment where I'm feeling down. So now we would move on to my fifth. Imagine the quadrillion possibilities in life, the quadrillion outcomes in life. Sometimes when you're feeling down, you're like too focused on the present and what is happening currently. Now if you think of it in this way, like so much happening in the world at that same point that you're feeling those feelings you're feeling. And when I think about it, that this is a big world and I'm just a part of it, and right now this feelings that I'm having is happening just in this moment. So thinking of the possibilities of different situations or different things that could happen to me in the future, different positive outcomes that I could meet in the future, different possibilities for me in some 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, helps me a lot with how I'm feeling at that moment. Because it's kind of like I'm looking at the vision for my life, I'm looking at the dream I have for myself, the future that I see myself in. So that is one tip that really helps me. So I'm a very avid believer in mindfulness and living in the present, but I also think that as humans, we need to have hope in a better future and a better tomorrow for us to keep forging ahead. So while you're living in the present, you also need to think and imagine of a better future and a better tomorrow for yourself that would help you keep working towards that dream and that goal and feeling better with yourself overall. Now we come to my final tip, and my final tip is gratefulness for the present. I just finished talking about how it was important for you to imagine the future and have a dream and think about the future possibilities. So I cannot end this without also saying how important it is to also be grateful for the present. And it's something that I do a lot. I think of myself, I think of my today and think of the things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I'm able to do what I'm doing right now, to make videos, to share with you, to help you, to help myself. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for friends that support me. And when I think of all these things, it actually does make me feel good. It elevates my spirit if I'm feeling down. And that is super important. And that is my final tip for being positive or bringing positivity when you're feeling really down and feeling really unmotivated. I hope these tips have helped you a lot, because sharing these tips with you also helped me to go over the ways that I help myself when I'm feeling like this, or the moments that I feel down. And thinking about it really helped me bring back a lot of positivity to myself, bring back a lot of positivity to my life. So I hope it also helps you bring back a lot of positivity to the moments where you're feeling down, or the moments you're feeling like you're not enough, or feeling that you're not doing as much as you think you should be doing. Also, if there are other ways that you help yourself when you're feeling down, or there are other methods you think help increase positivity, please share them in the comments below, and you could add them to this growing list of the things to do when you're feeling low, or when you're feeling down, or when you're feeling unmotivated. Thank you guys for staying till the end. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.